Reality, ladies and gentlemen, Mollymook Beach, thank you so much for sticking around. Second last match of the day here on South Coast. We'll meet the athletes very shortly, but first, let's meet the officials. A fantastic ovation for our first referee last time. Up on the stand this time, please welcome Milutinovic. And joining her courtside is our second referee, Mr. Steve Jr. Welcome, sir. Welcome, madam. Let's meet the athletes now. First with the number 5 seeds, the second time today on center court. Powerhouses all the way through the quarterfinals now. Please welcome Kayla Mears and Jana Milutinovic. And their opponents, gold medalist in Cobham for the first round is Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. The tour leaders, please welcome Stefanie, Fejes and Phoebe. Women's Elite Competition, quarterfinal time, center court, final pleasantries.
Alrighty, lads and ladies, welcome to the live stream of this, the Women's Elite quarterfinal, where you've got Phoebe Bell and Stefanie Fejes taking on Kayla Mears and Jana Milutinovic. What? Handling infringement called very early by our first referee, Christina Knezovic. Laying down the law as she does. She's worked her way up the ranks. She's now one of the country's best top-level referees here at the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. Oh, big swing. Love watching Stefanie approach her spikes and absolutely rip them. But you know who else likes it? Jana Milutinovic, because she loves getting big shots. Great serve down the line. Oh, great use of the block, and that ball goes wide of the sideline. It's going to be really entertaining quarterfinal, this one. You got Kayla Mears, absolute pocket rocket on defense, and she cranks them when she gets the chance. Obviously, Jana at the net, the tallest player out there. She's going to be dominant as usual, especially on the block, and we've already seen it in the first couple of points. And then the crafty little nous of Stefanie, the young gun. And she's going to be joining forces with Phoebe Bell. And we love a lefty. And Phoebe and Steph are both left-handed. And they both won at Cobham the gold medal at the first round of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. So they're going to be looking to take at least a clean sweep from the first 2 rounds this year. Steph won the under-19 and under-21 Asian Championships last year with Alicia Stevens. And Alicia will be up next with her current partner, Caitlin Bettany. Asian Senior Championships with Georgia very soon. And Phoebe just came back from Doha, where she competed in the King of the Court tournament. New format in world volleyball, which is highly entertaining. We can call him our very own Louis Lett, was on comms there, broadcasting. He's an animal. The voice of volleyball across the world. He's around here somewhere, but I'll give him a shout out nonetheless. Kayla and Jana in Cobham in round 1 finished 4th. They sadly for them lost the bronze medal match, but they're certainly up there. And Kayla gets up there again, but just gets the tape. And love seeing Kayla and Jana giggle off an error. Just tells me that they're in form and in the mood to really compete and have some fun out here today. I'll be looking to get back on the podium here in Mollymook. Kayla won gold at the juniors at Cobham with Steph, so they face off here in the quarterfinals. Something for the beach volleyball pundits and boffins out there to make note of for future reference in stats. No touch from Steph Fejes. She double fist pumps back to the line. She's always so pumped. And Jana got the big stuff block. She was super impressed with herself, but forgot about the net touch. A little bit of short-term memory for Milutinovic. And the ball goes long. I don't want to upset the universe at the moment, but hey, sometimes the ball tells the truth. Alrighty, back to the action. 5-all. These two teams pitted nicely against each other as a tickle and a trickle goes down over the net. This is the second round of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. This is court 1, our show court here at Mollymook at the Shoalhaven Shire. Oh, she's done it again off the top of the net. Fejes with the cross court, but Mears deals with it and she returns serve. As does Phoebe Bell, and she finds the back corner. Both teams trading defense into transition into attack. But it's the number 1 seeds, Bell and Fejes, coming up on top. Phoebe's originally from Queensland and Steph originally New South Wales, or that's where they learnt their volleyball crafts. Kayla is Queensland as well, and Jana originally South Australian. So it takes us all over Australia. Athletes from everywhere teaming up to do some damage and dominate the sands here in this beautiful brown land, which looks quite lush up here in green. The southern beaches of Sydney. Oh, great swing. She's got such heat, Kayla. Crushes it. Kayla and Jana are the number 5 seeds, taking on the number 1s. So quite enough of a gap in seedings, but certainly not in ability. These two teams are going to be going at it. Obviously, there's a fair constituent of young guns out there, and I don't know how, but Phoebe Bell has found herself the senior member of the court out there. She's been the young and up-and-comer for quite some time, but she's taken the reins and relishing her chance. Also relishing her chance to work with young Stefanie, a fellow Southpaw. 2 points in arrears. Bell and Fejes make that 3 points, I'm afraid. They call a timeout, 7 points to 10. Mears and Milutinovic with the lead here in Mollymook. First set of the women's quarterfinal. As we come back onto court, up next will be the number 3 seeds taking on the number 12 seeds. That's going to be Alicia Stevens and Caitlin Bettany, the Queensland duo, taking on Cassie Dodd and Annalise Jones for another women's quarterfinal. Oh, great swing from Kayla. Too hot to handle. She powers through the Phoebe Bell block. Plenty of action coming to you tomorrow as well. Starting at 8 a.m, the men's elite semi-finals, followed up by the women's elite semi-finals. And then at 11, 12, 1 and 2, you'll have elite men's bronze, elite women's bronze, and then the men's and women's gold, respectively. On the hour, every hour, from 11 a.m, medal matches. As we sort out our service rotations. Very important here in beach volleyball. Keep things in order, in check. Well, the only sports where there's more officials than there are participants on the surface or playing surface. Oh, nicely done. I love it. Kayla Mears, the out joust. Got the guns. You never lose if you push second, folks. You never lose if you push second.
Three-point ball game, number 1 seed trail 9-7-12. We'll get it back out in a moment's time. Volleyball Beach, thank you so much for joining us. You look fantastic up there on the hill. You sound fantastic as well. Hope you're wrapping up the fantastic tour that is the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. Second round here. Settle in, second last match of the day here. Get some fish and chips for this guys. These guys here have done. Very nice set up. Go, thank you. Yeah, we could be a staff under the slap on it. Go, Jack, we can't go. We're good, Jordan. You do you. Yeah, fantastic stuff out there. We'll bring the athletes back out now as we close our attention once more. Back to center court. Where to become number 1 seed. There's number 5 seed. Jana Milutinovic, red hot here on center court.
Ah, great swing. Phoebe Bell, the number 1 of the number 1 seeds. Again, it's just that left-handedness. It's just tricky. You think you're in the perfect position to block that person right in the middle of them, and then all of a sudden the ball drifts just across that person's face, finds it on the other shoulder, and you just get wiped and swiped. Oh, that ball goes long. That's just that different dynamic that the left-hander brings. Nice pass, Kayla. Oh, good stretch, good reach. Net touch, though, by Mears. Just a little too tight on the tape from Milutinovic. Phoebe Bell, strong core, strong athlete. Held her own. Didn't get too perturbed by the athlete seemingly coming under her. Ah, nicely done, Jana. Tools off the hand. Just weighted a little bit, I reckon. She's so tall. She hits them from such a height, and that even if she waits, she's still going to hit it down and over the net. So why not just get your opponent on a misstep? Such a good bump from Mears. Puts a partner in such a good position to attack. Same can be said for the two lefties here. Drawing the blocker and the defender back around. Stefanie, she didn't even, well, I won't say she didn't do anything, but she certainly didn't hit the winner. Drew the eye as she went around for the run-around attack and opened up the cross-court winner for the 2-ball from the left hand of Phoebe Bell. They regain the lead at 14-13. Tight one here in the women's quarter. Elite division of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. Retreating blocker picked on from Jana, and Steph can't quite manage to handle the heat. As we change ends, 14 all. You'll notice all the colours of the rainbow, basically a Skittles packet out here these days with our singlets and our bikini tops for the men's and women's divisions, but it's our tour leaders that hold the honour of wearing the black. Get up, Mearsy. I couldn't quite do it. She's crawling through the sand. She can see the humour in it. But yes, you'll notice that our number 1 seeds, or the tour leaders, as we've called them, are sporting the black tops, whether they be women's bikini top or the men's singlet. They will be black and have in yellow tour leader on their back. They may change from tournament to tournament, so keep watch, keep track for the men and women in black. Behind set, left hand, just not finding the angle that she loves so much. And it's the position of the defender, Kayla Mears, that may have forced Steph to go for a little bit more of an angle. Kayla is such a good defender and she reads the game so well. But she's also got that craft of cover where she'll delay her movement to hide her. Oh, she's standing in the right spot there, but couldn't handle the heat from Stefanie. 16 all. Still first set. Short serve. Started high, so easy to gather. Oh, Steph. Oh, yes, yes. Steph Fejes. That's the serve angle she was going for, and that's almost the play they wanted, but Jana a little too hot to trot. 17 all. Tour leaders with the first chance to attack. Can they side out and take the lead again? Steph loads up. Crushes it, cross. She's got such a great wrist, ready to snap. Finds the deepest part. Misjudged from Kayla Mears. I think she was on the right spot. She was in the right angle, but I thought that Steph might have just overcooked that one. But no such luck for the gals in magenta and the avocado bottoms. Tour leaders hit the lead again. 18-17, jump float on the way. Good bump set, great cross-court angle, and launches herself into the air, and a fist pump to follow. She hits hard. She serves hard. What's she got here, Jana? Goes down the line, catches the passer too high, couldn't handle it. Milutinovic, Jana. She's blocking well, she's hitting well, she's serving well. They've hit the lead again. Oh, bang! Serve and spike. Jana Milutinovic. The only thing soft about her is the J. Big Jana. Hard and fast at the net. Brings up set point. There's one saved. And that'll do it for the first set. A tight affair, 21-19. Going the way, however, of the number 5 seeds, Kayla Mears and Jana Milutinovic, over the number 1 seeds, Phoebe Bell and Fejes. We'll be back in just a moment with the second set of the Women's Elite quarterfinal. Here we go, second set action. Mears and Milutinovic looking for, well, let's be honest, a bit of an upset here. They took out the first set, but it was far too tight to be signed, sealed, and delivered just yet. So let's not count those chickens, Jono. First blood to Fejes and Bell. Oh, it goes back on her. Nice work from Jana. She's having a little bit of a ripper game today. In this one in particular. I shouldn't sound so surprised. One all. God, I love that angle from Steph. What a ripper. Tell you what, that top right corner, as you look at it on the broadcast, has been well, it's been hot out there. A lot of balls, a lot of serves, a lot of aces going into that little sideline corner of the court. Might have to check it for glass. It's been that hot. Two all. Both teams trading a couple of errors and a couple of winners. So, once again, nothing much has changed from the first set. Oh, nothing much has changed with Steph. She's still got that swinging southpaw that we love so much. She's a future star, but I shouldn't speak out of school because she's already a star. Oh, handling infringement again. Kristina Knezovic, our first referee, is all over it, as she was from the very first call of the game, in fact. Oh, she hits so high and so hard. Jana Milutinovic. Quite handle it. But never fear. Nice pass. Great bump. Oh, what a turn. What an angle. What a turn from Jana. But I could probably, unfortunately, say she won't get the stat because there was a net touch. But hey, we won't really see or count that. 4 serving 5. It's Kayla Mears. Trickles over the top and we're all tied up again. Hoo, hoo, hoo. There's very few people I've seen move so well and so fast. Some would say effortless, but fast would suggest some form of effort. In the sand, I remember Damien Schumann. Not that long ago, he was probably the fastest person I've ever seen on the sand. And I'll tell you what, Kayla Mears, she's got to be one of the quickest women I've seen in the game. As we touched on before, she's got not only the ability to read, but she's got the nous to just delay her movements so that it's not so obvious. She reads the game well, she moves well. Putting those two things together to her advantage, very important. 6-all. Jana with the serve. She's got that up. And she's got that high, and somehow that ball is up and over and somehow down. Phoebe's going to have a look and have a little chat and ask where's the best place to get a coffee here in Mollymook? Up near Ulladulla, or is there something a little closer? It was maybe a little hint of a separate hands contact on defense with a questionable ball driven hard, but play the whistle. Get on with it. That's for everybody. And great knuckles over the top. Stefanie, just a little off-pace shot. We're going to go round again. We're 7 points all. Nothing can split these two teams. It was the smallest of margins, only a 2-point buffer in the first set. Can we see it again? Will we see it again, and will we go to 3 sets in this do-or-die Women's Elite quarterfinal? I think I've just witnessed a double block. Oh, I just overcooked it. Can I get any confirmation from anyone around me? Was that a double block? Possible overset to an emergency ball where Jana and Kayla were still on the net together? I can't get much out of Nam. Anyway, moving on. 1 point in it. Going the way of the number 1 seeds. Oh, yeah, I can't quite control that one. More of a positional movement that was being affected there. She had a hand in the right position, but none of her body weight going that way. 2-point deficit going the way of the gals in black. And we've got a handling error again. Double contact. She's in the best position there. Our first referee, Kristina Konezovic. And it was Jana Milutinovic that had the handling error. Good touch. 2-ball over the top, standing in the middle of the court. And that one goes long, pops over the top, no touch on the block. And the number 1 seeds, the round 1 gold medalists from Cobram, find themselves 11-7 in the lead. They lead by 4, but they do trail 1 set to love. So, timeout called from Mears and Milutinovic. Now, 2 leaders. First one's back out onto court as they lead by 4 points, but trail 1 set to love. This is the women's quarterfinal of the Women's Elite side of the program. And there's another Women's Elite quarterfinal coming up after a matter to settle. Oh, nicely done by Bell.
sand. Tapped it real sharp with the defense. 8.7.
Back to a 4-point buffer. This time it's Kayla Mears, ready to send down one of her little jump floats. They pack a punch, though. Ooh, almost splits the difference. Great hands on Steph. Hands together on defense. Tight set. Whack! Kayla. Stunning swing as they draw to within 3 points as we go to a technical timeout here in the second set. Back here in Mollymook, Court 1, women's quarterfinal action. Kayla Mears down the line. And then finds herself perfect position on middle of court. Somehow, arms are going everywhere and the ball's still alive. And that one goes long and out without touching the blocker. Nice work from Kayla and Jana. Now, we touched on this being the Women's Elite quarterfinal. There's another one coming up after this, so stay tuned. But tomorrow here on Centre Court, we will start the day's proceedings at 8 a.m. with a men's semi-final, followed by the women's semi-final. And then every hour on the hour from 11 o'clock, you will have a medal match, starting with the Elite Men's Bronze at 11, Elite Women's Bronze at 12, Elite Men's Gold at 1, and then finally 2 o'clock for the Women's Elite Gold Medal. One of these teams might be in it. The winner of which will go into the semi-final, which you may be able to catch at 9 a.m. Still a 2-point lead here to the number 1 seeds. They do trail by 1 set to love. Phoebe Bell, Stefanie, the former with the serve.
They have the difference. She's a second. It should be Stefanie. She's a number 2, but first server. Number 2, first server. Yeah, she's after you always. Yeah.
Just checking our
She's number 2, and then she's a first server.
service order. Our first referee, Kristina Knezovic, is absolutely all over it. Steph is the number 2, but she was the first server. She is up right now at the baseline, ready to rock. Here we go. Good swing. Nice defense. Crushed. Defended. Done for all money in the back corner. Kayla Mears, you are a superstar. Have a sit down and elite. It's going to be the number 3 seed die for these two out here. And then tomorrow from 8 a.m. we will have the men's elite semi-finals, followed by the women's elite semi-finals. And then the medal matches from 11 a.m. 11 is the men's elite bronze, 12 the women's elite bronze, 1 the men's elite gold, and then capping things off at 2 o'clock, the women's elite gold. As both teams make their way back to their respective positions, Bell and Fejes lead by 1, 13-12, trailing 1-0 behind Mears and Milutinovic. It is all in the balance. Great shot again from Steph. She looked like she just held her shoulder position there, which meant the defender in Kayla had to hold her defensive position, just waited and went straight over the top. She knew the corner was free if she just held it a little longer, and she did. Kayla through the middle, and what a beautiful touch. Kayla has got the ball on a string. Can she do some damage to the scoreline with her serve now? Great pass from Steph. She's got the approach. She's got the power.
Volleyball here on Centre Court. 14-7-15. Milutinovic looking to even things up now. That's a great bump set from Phoebe Bell. Tough serve. Phoebe created the angle with all the opportunities there. Have a swing. Stefanie capitalizes on the 3 block, maintaining a
2-point buffer. Phoebe Bell with the honours to serve. Little jump float down the line. Catches Jana quite high on the chest. And nice and easy for Steph. That's a 3-point lead mid to late stages of the second set. I think that could be enough for Phoebe and Steph, and I'm sure there's people yelling out there for me to shut up and stop cursing people. However, I'm going to keep going. 2-ball swing. Phoebe Bell with some power. There's the 4-point buffer. Biggest lead of the match. (19-14). Phoebe Bell serving up a storm. She's got all the tricks. Changing sides now. Oh, nice turn. Good touch from both the girls in black, but couldn't quite get that third one to chuck it over the net. And that's 1 point away from a set point, which in turn would have us 1 point away from a third set. So let's see what happens. I'll be getting a bit ahead of myself. 2-ball, back to that corner that everybody has loved so much, but Kayla Mears has got a full stretch defense. She basically does a burpee to get up and then still able to cut that ball back inside for a winner. Short, sharp angle from the shortest and sharpest player out there. Still got a little bit of work to do. 3 points the difference. Kayla Mears with the serve. Returns the favour, Fejes, and brings up set point. I'm going to say it. We're going to 3. Is that bold? Nah. Too bad if you think it is. A bit of court maintenance from Jana, and we're back on track. Set point still. 4 points. Kayla with the pass. Now the attack. She's just so good in the sand. In it, out of it. One set point saved. 17 serving 20. Jana. Oh, she's set that slightly short, but we're back on and then doing it in fine style. And we're going to a third and deciding set, which is what the people want. And back here, third and deciding set. This is what the Mollymook crowd on the hill want. This is what the YouTube viewers want. All 10,000 of you. And we welcome you and we appreciate the fact that you're doing that at 5:45 Australian Daylight Saving Time on the East Coast on a Saturday night. Knuckles go back. And there might have been just a little bit of a twist in this game. As much of a twist on Kayla Mears' toe, possibly. Hope she's okay. We saw her just have a funny little moment in her previous match where she sort of just shook it off as she limped away. But hopefully it's just a little niggle that she can shake off. Not that Stefanie isn't going to pick on her still. And she will relish the chance. Kayla Mears cracks another one. There's an old saying, beware the wounded warrior. And Kayla Mears is a warrior. But I do hope she is not wounded. That is a cracking set from Steph. Parallel to the net, perpendicular to her attacker in Phoebe Bell, but knew that she had to set it to her shoulder. It sounds a little silly, but for those of you in the know, fine court. Oh, the Stefanie jump set. We've seen footage of it. I never thought I'd see it in person. Back with a left-hand swing too. Crushed, and it's her high attack victory from such a height. And there is just a little bit of a limp on Kayla Mears. I hope she is okay. She goes 2-ball, finds that same corner. I think she's fine. She's going to grit her teeth and get on with it. I like it. 2 points the difference now. Such a good up. She's got such good control with that platform. Point still going. There she is on the stretch. Nicely done, Stefanie. 5-2 to the number 1 seeds. Both teams looking pretty good. Not too gassed. They train hard, these 4 athletes, at their various training centres and bases. And they train for this. They train for these 3-set marathons, racking up the miles on the sand. Oh, she read it well, Phoebe Bell, but couldn't get the penetration. And Jana Milutinovic has got herself another winner, and they peg back to 2 points. Open court to swing at. Steph gets it, but it claims the top of the net. They're still in the point, Jana and Kayla. Kayla's got it on D, but can't control it. So much power from Phoebe Bell. Wow. Kayla Mears, Wonder Woman at the back of the court. Full stretch, diving. I think she actually flew. Mears and Milutinovic are not down and out. Kayla has buggered off her sunnies. Now you can see her eyes. She's got that look about her. Steph with a good platform, good approach, turns, tools, and another winner. They're back out to a 4-point lead. 8-4. To 3 points. Number 5 seeds trail by just 3 points behind the number 1 seeds here in the Women's Elite quarterfinal. Steph's got to get up after a trickle over. Oh, she returns the favour. The trickle over serve returned fire. Completely died. The sun and the heat is almost completely gone here late in the day of round 2 for the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. Steph and Phoebe, our tour leaders in the black singlet tops. Team's now going point for point. But point for point won't do it for Kayla and Jana. This team lost between them, I'm not quite sure. 6-9 serving 9, 6 serving 9. As we get a little break in play with Jana playing some tricks at the back, waiting to serve, and Phoebe getting her sunglasses cleaned by our second referee, Steve-O. It's as good as a timeout, let's be honest, if you're looking for a tactical ploy. Both teams mean business. And we're back. Here we go. Women's Elite quarterfinal. Jana Milutinovic with it. Little jump float. Serves Phoebe. There's nothing wrong with her glasses. Great wheel around on transition, and she still goes bang. Kayla crushes a cross-court kill. Whew. Alliteration aside, we are 2 points. 2 points away. 2 points in arrears for Mears and Milutinovic. This time she goes line, has Steph at full stretch. Perfectly read. But a net infringement some way, somehow. Is she turned off the net maybe or turned away from the block? Maybe the ponytail or a chicken wing. Not quite sure, but the call has been made. And it's back out to 3 points. Maybe just let off for the number 1 seeds. Oh, great up on the retreat from Phoebe Bell, and she turns it into, oh no, it's gone wide. Just the slightest of errors, but what control on the retreat on defense from the blocking position. Had the defender and the blocker beat, but couldn't find the court. And it's young Kayla with a jump float. She finds the net. A couple of errors, both teams trading blows. Back out to 3 points. 11-8. Bell with the ball. Finds that angle. I've mentioned it today, but it must be, there's something there. There's something there, I swear. The ball is being attracted to that exact spot every time. And whether it be the men's elite, challenger, women's elite, or challenger, every athlete out here has been drawn to that one spot. 9-11. And another fault. 2 in a row. It's not helping proceedings for Mears and Milutinovic. Back out to a 3-point lead held by our number 1 seeds, our tour leaders. Tight set. Well read. Couldn't control it. Jana goes bang. This is crunch time here, folks. Mears and Milutinovic can get back to within 1. At that stage, they had it. This is the last roll of the dice, I fear, for the avocado-wearing magenta number 5 seeds of Mears and Milutinovic. They are capable of it. They just have to bring it. And a misjudge brings an ace serve. Phoebe Bell, the bell of the ball, with the ball, ace serve, match point. Goes again, but it's 1 saved from the service error. Ace for error from Phoebe Bell. Change ends. Mears and Milutinovic. Still smiling. I love seeing it. Jana and Kayla, the young guns of the beach, taking on essentially some young guns on the other side of the court, let's be honest. Neither team done with just yet. Let's see what Jana's got. Great serve. Can she get a shot? She can't, but she's got the bump set to her partner. Oh, and Kayla just can't get it done as she's really starting to hobble around now just at the end. Probably just got the better of her on that last point. And oh, what a match. 15-11 in the 3rd set, going the way of our number 1 seed. Our tour leaders, Phoebe Bell and Steph Fejes, they are through to the semi-finals and guaranteed to play off for a medal. What colour? We will soon find out tomorrow morning, folks. But don't go anywhere. We have the number 3 seeds, Alicia Stevens and Caitlin Bettany, taking on the number 12 seeds, Cassie Dodd and Annalise Jones, in just a moment.